Hey guys, in today's video we've got Eddie Trunk and pro wrestler and lead singer of the rock band Fozzy, Chris Jericho. They're both talking about the rock scene and the shape that it is in. Of course, the rock world took a major blow with the death of Taylor Hawkins, and Taylor's loss certainly does leave a big gap in the rock world. And Eddie and Chris also touch on what will become of the Foo Fighters now. Do they continue on getting a new drummer? Does Dave go solo? All of these questions which are still up in the air, of course. So let's go hit it now with Eddie Trunk and Chris Jericho as they discuss this.
I don't think for a minute that Foo Fighters end. You think there's a chance they end because Taylor passed away?
Hey, ask Robert Plant if he's ever going to do Led Zeppelin again. That's all I have to say about that.
Yeah, but the difference is that, and I don't mean this with any disrespect to Foo Fighters, who all contribute greatly, but we all know Foo Fighters is Dave Grohl's thing, and Dave is still there, and there was a drummer before Taylor, if you want to get technical. So although I think there's going to be a long. Yeah, but
I don't want to have a debate on the Foo Fighters, but my point is, like, those guys were best buds. They were two peas in a pod. You know, I'm not saying Dave's going to retire from music. I think he's probably going to go more into a Sammy Hagar territory and just be Dave Grohl, which could also headline festivals and stadiums. But like I said, I don't know. I haven't spoken to Dave, but it would seem that's a pretty big loss just to bounce back and get somebody else in on drums when that was your best friend and your partner in so many different ways.
Yeah, no, I'd be utterly shocked if they didn't continue. I think it's too big of a machine, and although there's going to be understandably some grieving time and everything, eventually they're going to come around to figuring it out, what they're going to do, and moving forward. He absolutely did he absolutely did make him his other face of that band. There's no question about that. But I think that eventually they will continue on. But we'll see. We'll see. That's a conversation for another time.
So interesting there, hearing those guys talking about the future of the Foo Fighters, what will be. And yes, at the time of the release of this video, it's only been like 6 weeks since Taylor has died, so it's very early on still. And I wouldn't imagine we would hear from the Foo Fighters at all for some time. But those debates have begun around the place. Just what will happen, what will be the fate of the Foo Fighters eventually, you know, when they can come around to making those types of decisions. Would they just simply get another drummer in time and just continue on? I could see that happening. Would Dave Grohl just completely dissolve the band, just end the Foo Fighters and just start up a whole new band, or maybe just go solo? All things that remain to be seen. But as I say, it's still very early on with the whole situation, of course, as we all know. No one's really seen or heard from Dave Grohl or members of the Foo Fighters, understandably. This was a photo reportedly taken around April the 5th of Dave Grohl when he was visiting his mom. So this was like around 10 days after Taylor passed. Reportedly, this was like the first photo of Dave seen in public since Taylor's death. Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers did a pretty awesome tribute to Taylor Hawkins at one of their recent shows. And apparently Dave and Taylor's wife Allison were seen like on the side of the stage or something. They were at that gig. But that's been about it. Certainly no news or anything has come out at this point. And totally understandable. As I say, it could be some time before we do hear about the future plans for the band. And really, we just wish them all the best. I mean, they were like a staple of rock. Some people say that rock is dying out there, so they were like holding the banner, holding the flag for rock and roll. They were like it, pretty much, in a lot of ways. And they just aren't a band that you want to see stop, right? That you want to see quit. I mean, they have so much good material, such a good live band. I mean, such an awesome band. I mean, they've just got to keep going, right? Somehow. So anyway, guys, you may have some thoughts and comments on the whole situation. Be sure to leave those down below. Be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll catch you next time.